Hey guys, I'm Rich from NeoWin. Today, now if you're a Microsoft fan, you've been waiting to see this product. Whether you love it, you hate it, you think it's going to fail, you think it's going to take off. This is the Harman Kardon Invoke. Now this is Microsoft's, well, it's Harman's Cortana-powered smart speaker. So similar to Amazon's Echo, but powered by Cortana instead of Alexa. So this is the first one. Microsoft partnered with Harman on this, and other OEMs can do this. I asked, and they partnered with Harman on the first one. But there could be others. Obviously, they're not announcing others. They didn't tell me that others exist or are coming. But other companies can do this. So this is some nice packaging that it comes in. Nice black box here. I believe there's more packaging inside. I haven't looked yet. So, all right. So yeah, this is the retail. No, what I saw a retail box that looked like this, but hey, I'm okay with it. So this is the device itself. All right. You can see it's pretty heavy and it's bigger than an Echo. So there's a couple things about this. So they said that this has 360-degree sound. Okay, so they referred to competitors. They didn't say which competitors, but we can guess that it's Amazon or Google, that they use maybe one microphone in the front and one in the back, or well, the point is that this has 360-degree sound. 7 microphones, 3 tweeters, and they really focused on the audio capabilities because you're going to be using this to listen to music and you're going to be using this to make Skype calls. So you want it to sound good. So let's just take a quick look at what else is in the box. There's more stuff down here. I'm guessing, power cable and such. Setup instructions maybe. So one of the things that they really focused on Spotify. When in the demos they were talking about Spotify, and in the press materials that they sent me, they said that I could use. Well, it says that it supports Spotify, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and we're working with Pandora to make their service available. So you might notice that Groove is missing from that list. I assume. I mean, and we'll find out in a little bit. I assume that Groove is going to work out of the box because Groove does work with Cortana, but Groove is also going to be canceled at the end of the year, so they're not playing that up. I don't care for the fact that it's focused on Spotify so much because I subscribe to 3 music services right now and none of them are on that list. Those 3 music services are Amazon Music Unlimited, Google Play Music, which obviously have their own smart devices, and of course Groove. So this is the power adapter. You can see that the prongs just kind of flip out on this. So it looked just from the pieces that it was going to be a 2-piece power adapter, but it is not. So let's get this open. We're going to plug it in, and then we're going to set it up. All right, here we go. We're going to plug it in right here just to see what first run's kind of like. By the way, this power cable is really short. It's like 3 feet. Yeah, it's not the best. You can see the animation on top, and I actually really like that animation. I commented on it when they were demoing it for me, and they said, "Yeah, that's by design. We wanted it to look cool like that." So yeah. So now we have to set it up.
There, I'm Cortana. I'm here to help. Let's get your Harman Kardon Invoke ready to use. We'll set it up from the Cortana app on your phone or
All right.
PC.
So I have the Cortana app
Then
on my
type
phone,
setup
and what we do
Invoke.
is we go up here and we go to devices, looking for devices, and it just found the Invoke. Start setup. Pretty simple so far. I'm setting it up with a Galaxy Note 8. I'm not a huge fan of Cortana on the phone. We got to accept some end user license agreement. There we go. And see the light. Tap next. Everything's going pretty smoothly so far. Yes. You can't really see what I'm doing here. All right. We're going to agree to permissions. Some more permissions. All right. Location. Confirm where we can keep your Invoke. So, yeah, that seems about right. All right. It's looking for devices again. So, and this is it. You should be able to set it up, by the way, from Android, iOS, or Windows.
I'm
Okay.
connected to your device.
And you can see the
Now,
animation on
finish
the top
getting
change.
everything set up in your Cortana
Okay,
app.
tap next, connect to Wi-Fi. And so one of the things, like I said, I'm not a big fan of Cortana on the phone. I mentioned this to them. Um, I set a daily reminder once, and I had to do something every day at one time for about a month. And I'm a guy that has a lot of phones. I have like 35 smartphones, and then I have these phones that I haven't booted up in months. And so I deleted that reminder after I didn't need it anymore. And then I
You're
would
all
boot up
set.
these phones.
Whenever you're ready,
Oh,
say,
we're all
"Hey
set.
Cortana," and tell me
But I
what
would
you
boot
want
up
me
these
to
phones
do.
and it would sync that reminder again, and it would just come back. So I feel like I'm going to see that forever. So they said they're going to take that feedback, but I'm not. And the point is, I'm not thrilled about having to run Cortana on my phone again. All right, pick a preferred music provider. The fact is that I don't use any of these, so I'm going to have to sign up for Spotify, and we'll come back to this. Oh, right. I just signed up for Spotify Premium and signed in. And we're going to connect that. All right. And that should work. We're going to go back. We picked our default music service. Oh, and I can link my calendar. Cool. So Office 365. Although I use Google Calendar, my Google Calendar should be linked to Office 365. Oh, bad news, everybody. It's worker school accounts only, apparently. So, yeah, that's not happening. You can try this. Outlook.com is connected because it's connected to my Microsoft account. So hopefully that just works. Oh, we got skills. Skills are my favorite. I have an Echo. I've had an Echo for some time, and I've had the Echo since it came out. So what weather is a skill? Hey Cortana, what's the weather today?
The forecast shows partly sunny skies with a high of 65 and a low of 60.
I do. I love. I do love that animation. It's just so kind of pleasant to look at. I asked them. They said that's by design. That's we want it to be pleasant and we want it to be. Um, the reference that they actually made to me was that it's gonna look good on the table that your significant other didn't want you to put it on because it wouldn't look good. And so yeah. So these aren't like third party skills. This is just stuff that you can do. So set a reminder, check your calendar, Skype, to end the call, say hang up. And you can also stop it by tapping on the top. So your voice is your remote control. Now, a thing about that is that your voice is your remote control on this, and I asked about Xbox integration. And there is no Xbox integration because, on an Amazon Fire TV, see, this is how long this power cable is. It's probably about 3 feet. So on an Amazon Echo, you could say, Alexa, play this on my Fire TV, or you can use it for media controls on the Fire TV. You can say pause, fast forward, rewind, whatever. You can't do any of that here. You can't say play this movie that I purchased on Movies and TV on my Xbox. All right, that's just not an option. Let's just put this on its side so you can see the whole thing. Though the power cable is really restricting. We have like a button on the back, Bluetooth. So yeah, you can pair through Bluetooth, but obviously you won't have the voice controls. So another thing that I asked them is, why would someone choose this? And I said not the Invoke because obviously the audio quality is a big feature of this, but there's also Harman Alexa speakers. Lenovo makes one where the speaker was made by Harman, and I said, why, if I'm not invested in any particular platform, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Apple, why do I choose Cortana? And the answer was really productivity. The ability to set reminders, link to your calendar. You could say what's my next meeting tomorrow morning and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool, right? But I'm concerned about the music services. I don't, you know, I asked about Apple Music, and they said, well, we can't comment on that because obviously Apple's coming out with their own speaker. Google has the Home, Amazon has the Echo, and Microsoft is ditching Groove. So is this a Spotify speaker? because I just signed up for a fourth paid music subscription service. And I don't want to pay for four music services because they all offer pretty much the same music. But we will play a little bit of music. Actually, maybe we shouldn't because then we'll get hit with copyright issues on YouTube. So we won't. But I can tell you it sounds really great. So there's that. I really love the animation on the top. We can say, "Hey Cortana, set a reminder for tomorrow," and then we could tell it to shut up.
All right. What do you want to remember?
He did this.
Meow.
Wow. Oh yeah. So if you tap the top, you can get it to tell you an interesting fact or a joke. I don't know what's going on there, but one question like, "Hey Cortana, is an earthworm an insect?"
According to Answers.com, no. Earthworms are annelids, commonly known as segmented worms. Insects are arthropods. They are about as closely related to insects as we are to sea urchins.
Yeah. So when they actually asked this question, and there was a lot when they demoed it for me. There was a lot more context behind Cortana's answer there, and it went deep into why it's not an insect and why it is whatever it said it is. Also, you notice that it just kind of lit up there and it went out because you can use the word Cortana in regular conversation, and it's smart enough to know that you're not talking to it. That's a big problem with my Echo, especially since I set the wake word to computer because I'm a Star Trek fan and it's awesome. So anytime I'm watching a TV show where they say the word computer, half the time, Alexa wakes up and just says, "Sorry, I can't understand what you're telling me to do," and that's because no one's telling you to do anything.
I've got the scores for your favorite teams. Just ask.
So it's just kind of giving me tips when I tap the top. You should be able to... No? Maybe that's just not happening.
Like trivia? Try saying, "Hey Cortana, tell me something." Ever heard the expression, "hands down winner"? The phrase, dating from the mid-1800s, comes from horse racing. When a jockey is far ahead of the competition and victory is certain, the rider can lower their hands, loosening the reins, and still win the race.
See, that's pretty cool, and that's what I was trying to get at. It's going to take a little bit of time. I have to figure out exactly how that works, but you can tap the top, and it'll just tell you an interesting fact or a joke or something like that. And I think that's really cool. I think it's those little things that just kind of make a device fun and personable that make it a winner in my book. Because really, if you use Alexa or you use Google Assistant, I don't know how much more any one of them can do for you than the other. This does do smart home stuff. I think they have like 5 partners for that, and obviously Amazon has more. Amazon has more third-party skills. There's well over 1,000 Echo skills, so Alexa skills, and it might be 10,000, but don't quote me on that. So it's really it's little things like that just kind of make the device fun. So that's what I got for now. I'll have more, and I'll have a picture with better lighting and stuff. But it does come in 2 colors. It's $199. The colors are, this one is graphite. The other one is pearl and silver or white. They both look quite nice. Like I said, $199 will be available on October 22nd, which is kind of weird because it's a Sunday. But yeah, I'll have more. I'll try some experiments. Hopefully we'll get some hands-on stuff, and there will be a review in a few weeks. Anyway, guys, that's it. I'm Rich from NeoWin. Have a great night.